The question on everyone's mind: can money buy happiness? Sure, I hear people say it can, but scientifically speaking, it doesn't. Having more cash in your pocket doesn't automatically make you happier, but it certainly plays a role in our well-being. Let's explore how this connection isn't as simple as we think. In this video, you'll discover the scientific research behind money's impact on emotional well-being, why having more money doesn't always lead to greater happiness, the real reasons people feel unhappy despite financial success, practical ways to use money that actually boost happiness, common money mistakes that make us miserable, the optimal income level for happiness. Yes, there is one. How to build a healthier relationship with money. Before we continue, if you are in your 20s, I recommend watching this video on cards titled Why You Should Start Investing Early. Let's tackle the first major problem. Most people believe that more money equals more happiness. Studies show that 88% of people think winning the lottery would make them permanently happier. But here's the surprising truth. Research shows that after earning about $75,000 per year, additional income has minimal impact on day-to-day happiness. Focus on financial security rather than wealth accumulation. Here's exactly how to do this. First, build an emergency fund covering 3 to 6 months of expenses. Start small. Even $20 per week adds up to over $1,000 in a year. Keep this money in a separate savings account so you're not tempted to touch it. Studies show that just having this safety net reduces anxiety by 74% among people who previously lived paycheck to paycheck. Next, tackle your high-interest debt. List all your debts and start with the highest interest rate first, usually credit cards. Even paying just $50 extra per month can save you thousands in interest over time. One study found that people who became debt-free reported a 45% increase in life satisfaction. Then, create a sustainable budget using the 50-30-20 rule. 50% for needs, housing, food, utilities. 30% for wants, entertainment, dining out, hobbies. 20% for savings and debt repayment. Finally, invest in experiences rather than material possessions. Research shows that experiential purchases create longer-lasting happiness than material ones. A weekend trip with friends or learning a new skill often brings more joy than buying the latest gadget. Now, let's move on to another crucial problem that affects many people: the hedonic treadmill. This is when we quickly adapt to higher income levels and return to our baseline happiness. For example, getting a $10,000 raise feels amazing for about 3 months, then we're right back to our previous satisfaction level. To solve this, let's break down specific strategies that actually work. Start with a daily gratitude practice, but make it concrete. Instead of vague appreciation, write down 3 specific things you're grateful for that your current income provides. Maybe it's your morning coffee, a warm home, or the ability to help a friend in need. Research shows this simple practice can increase happiness by up to 25%. Next, set meaningful financial goals that go beyond numbers. Instead of, I want to save $20,000, try, I want to save enough to take a 3-month sabbatical to learn photography. This connects your money to your actual life goals. Studies show that people with purpose-driven financial goals are 77% more likely to achieve them. Create intentional spending patterns by tracking your purchases for a month and rating each one on a happiness scale from 1 to 10. You'll quickly see patterns of which expenses bring lasting joy versus temporary pleasure. Use this data to reallocate your spending toward higher impact areas. Finally, take regular pleasure pauses. Set 3 daily alarms on your phone. When they go off, stop and appreciate something your current financial situation enables. This helps combat hedonic adaptation by forcing conscious awareness of your progress. Let's tackle an even bigger challenge, and I want you to pay close attention to this one. Many people use money as a band-aid for deeper emotional issues. A shocking 52% of impulse purchases are made when feeling stressed or anxious. The solution here is multifaceted, and I'll break down each step. First, identify your emotional spending triggers by keeping a mood and money journal. Before each purchase over $50, write down your current emotional state. What happened in the last hour? Whether you planned this purchase yesterday. This simple practice helps you spot patterns. Most people discover that 80% of their impulse buys happen when they're either stressed, lonely, or tired. Next, implement the 24-hour rule for non-essential purchases. Add items to your cart, but wait a full day before buying. Research shows this simple delay reduces impulse spending by 64%. Create a want list on your phone and review it weekly. You'll be amazed at how many items no longer seem important after a few days. Develop non-monetary stress relief habits. Take a 10-minute walk, reduces anxiety by 40%. Practice deep breathing exercises. Call a friend instead of opening a shopping app. Try the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique when feeling anxious about money. If money anxiety is severe, signs include losing sleep, constant worry, or avoiding financial discussions. Consider professional help. Many therapists now specialize in financial anxiety, and some offer sliding scale payments. Online therapy platforms often cost less than one impulse purchase per month. Now let's address the elephant in the room: social comparison and keeping up with the Joneses. In today's social media age, this problem has reached epidemic proportions. Studies show that 60% of people feel inadequate about their financial situation after browsing social media. Here's how to break free from this cycle with specific actions you can take today. Start with a social media audit. Take 15 minutes to unfollow or mute accounts that make you feel financially inadequate. Create a separate inspiration account for learning, not comparing. Set a daily 30-minute limit on social media apps. Studies show reducing social media use by just 30 minutes per day increases life satisfaction by 15%. Next, create your personal definition of success. Grab a notebook and answer. What did you enjoy doing as a child before money mattered? When do you feel most content in your daily life? What would you do if all jobs paid the same? Use these answers to build your own success metrics that aren't tied to income or possessions. Track your own progress with a wins journal. Every Sunday, write down 3 financial wins from the past week. Even small ones count. 1 thing you're proud of that didn't cost money. 1 goal for the upcoming week. This shifts focus from external comparison to internal growth. Develop a stealth wealth mindset. Automate your investments so you don't think about them daily. Find free or low-cost hobbies you genuinely enjoy. Practice the art of being privately successful. Join communities focused on personal growth rather than status. Remember, the average millionaire drives a car that's several years old and lives in a middle-class neighborhood. True wealth is often invisible, while displayed wealth is frequently borrowed. Let's quickly recap what we've covered. Problem 1. Believing more money equals more happiness. Solution: focus on financial security and experiences rather than wealth accumulation. Problem 2. The Hedonic Treadmill. Solution: practice gratitude and intentional spending. Problem 3. Using money to fix emotional issues. Solution: identify triggers and find healthy coping mechanisms. Problem 4. Social comparison. Solution: create personal metrics for success and minimize exposure to triggering content. Here are some crucial facts about money and happiness that everyone should know. Money reduces unhappiness more than it increases happiness. Spending on others often brings more joy than spending on yourself. Time affluence, having free time, is often more valuable than material affluence. Small, frequent pleasures typically create more happiness than rare, expensive ones. Financial freedom means having choices, not endless wealth. The way you earn money matters more for happiness than the amount you earn. Let me share a quick story that puts everything we've discussed into perspective. Imagine 2 next-door neighbors living in identical houses. One drives a luxury car, wears designer clothes, and takes lavish vacations, all funded by credit cards and loans. From social media, their life looks perfect, but at night, they lie awake worrying about bills and debt. The other neighbor drives a reliable used car and shops at regular stores. But here's what you don't see. They have 0 debt, a healthy emergency fund, and enough savings to take a year off if they wanted to. They spend their money on weekend hiking trips with friends, cooking classes they've always wanted to try, and occasionally helping family members in need. They sleep soundly at night. The first neighbor earns more money but lives in a constant state of stress. The second earns less but has built real wealth and genuine happiness. Same street, same houses, completely different lives. One day, both neighbors lost their jobs in the same company, downsizing. The first neighbor had to immediately sell their car and move in with family. The second neighbor used their emergency fund, took some time to find the right job, and even used some savings to start a small side business they'd been dreaming about. This story isn't about judging lifestyle choices. It's about understanding that true financial happiness isn't about how much money you have or what it can buy. It's about using money as a tool to build a life that lets you sleep well at night and wake up excited in the morning. Remember, money is a tool for creating a comfortable life, not a guarantee of happiness. The key is using it wisely to support your well-being while building meaningful relationships and experiences. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. Share your own experiences with money and happiness in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective on this topic, and if you know someone who's struggling with their relationship with money, share this video with them. Together, we can build a healthier approach to wealth and well-being.